Welcome back to another video, guys. We are so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for subscribing, for liking our videos, and for just tuning in. I'm here today. I'm here with Nourhen.
Yes, and I am a youth career coach and I help young people find their calling and create a thriving and successful life.
A thriving and successful life. I love that.
Yeah,
I wonder if people can actually reprogram themselves to having a thriving and successful life as
absolutely.
well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, there is a difference between surviving and thriving,
Absolutely.
and it's all a choice.
And my name is Alison, and I am a subconscious mindset coach, and I help others align their conscious with their subconscious mind so that they can achieve whatever goal they have in their life. So if you've ever struggled with anything in your life, it's because your conscious and your subconscious mind are not aligned. And so if you need assistance with that, let me know. Contact me in the link below. Today we're going to look at one of the affirmations from the book that I wrote. It's called Algodon book, and this is a tool to help you reprogram your subconscious mind every single day. So you don't have to worry about any finding a tool on how do I reprogram myself. This is it. So what we're gonna do today is we're going to look at the area of the physical life for one of the affirmations. So do you wanna guide
Absolutely.
us?
Yes. So we are going to.
Let's just find one for the physical life. That's what we decided today.
All right. So, and it is the affirmation. Why is it enjoyable to provide my body with plenty of water?
Oh,
Oh
look
my
at this.
God.
We got our waters here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Take a little sip. Find your water, guys. Go get yourself some water right now.
We are waiting for you.
This is a good one
That's a good one.
because I did not have this program in me, installed in me. And you might say, like, why drinking water is a program? Yeah, I wasn't like used to drinking enough water before, right? And I had to make it a habit, right? So let's go back a little bit and talk about affirmations, right? Because this is what algodon is about. It's a programming for the whole year, and it's full of affirmations for you to easily reprogram your subconscious mind without any effort, right? And the reason why they're affirmations and not affirmations is because we cannot affirm something that we don't believe just yet. So if you think about the water programming right now, I couldn't affirm back then I drink plenty of water, right? Because I wasn't drinking plenty of water. I was dehydrated, right? And so when I started asking myself, why is it that I enjoy, providing my body with plenty of water, not just drinking water, it's plenty of water, right? Not like overdoing it either, but just plenty of water. Then that's how I was able to kind of like install that program in my mind. And to create a habit, there's a lot that we can go into. You have to make it, attractive and easy, and so that you can get into the habit, right? But it's true. I mean, a lot of us don't drink a lot of water, or we forget. And then you might say, well, how much is good or plenty of water for my body, right? You have like these math equations that you find on Google. How much water do I need to be drinking? Like,
my weight, my height.
Exactly. So what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, very interesting. So I'm amazed that that's my point of attraction, actually. So this affirmation is really my point of attraction. I don't drink enough water yet.
Now you can start asking
I
why.
can start by asking why. And it always has been like just a fact to me, like my body never needed water. Like I would look back at a day and then it's like, how much did I drink today? And it's like, oh, literally like
Nothing.
a glass, like one glass or nothing. Drink plenty of coffee. So, but the part of the water,
Yeah.
it was like, okay, I'm forcing myself to remind myself.
It was kind of like a chore.
Yeah.
Or it's like a chore. Does it still feel like a chore?
A little better. It's only when I really make it a necessity, based on whatever. Maybe I feel like, okay, oh, I should drink more water because, like, let's say fear kicks in and it's like, oh, I don't want to get sick. So, but it's still, and what's interesting to me is that's also a program.
Yeah.
It's also a program. And it always felt, I downloaded an app. I remember I had for a time, I downloaded an app and it worked.
To remind you to drink water.
To remind me to drink water. So I was like, hey, I can do that. So 8 glasses like over the day. And
that's the usual that they say, right? Yeah.
Yes. So I can do that. But I was always like, oh, it's annoying to me. So, but now the awareness is the first thing.
Yeah.
Now seeing that affirmation, and it's like, okay, I can turn it into being enjoyable. It's not only reminding myself, but it's actually feeling like a habit.
Yeah. And I think that there's so many things that come to my head right now when thinking about water, because the majority of our body is water. And water is the main source for energy to like pass by, right? And so when you're dehydrated, then your energy levels may be low. So, it's like, there's a book I read, I forget the name of it, but it had a study where they did experiments with water and how like crystals, water crystals.
Yes.
They put them in like different, they had like one water crystal where they put the word love on it. And then another water crystal where they put the word hate on it, right? And so the water crystal that had the word love, it was so beautifully formed and like just so beautiful, right? And the one that had the word hate, it was completely destroyed. So that just gives you the importance of having water, enough water, plenty of water, the normal water for you, because the amount of water that we all need is totally different based on our heights, based on our weights, based on our X, Y, and Z, right? And you can, do your own research and find out how much water you should be drinking. But for me, it was kind of like how Nourhen said, it just felt so annoying. Plus the fact that like I'm gonna have to drive and then drinking water, I'm gonna have to pee, and then I'm like already like planning what's gonna happen, and it's not even,
Yeah, true.
But as much like as I started like studying water and studying why I needed, or why my body needed water, it's kind of like how we were talking before, it's like you ingest and you put stuff in your body so that it can give you what you're demanding from it back, right?
Yes.
And so drinking water should not really feel like it's annoying or it's a chore. It should just feel like you're nurturing your body, right? And you're giving your body that energy, right? And this is why sometimes you might feel a little off because you haven't drank water, or because the energy's off, right? Because water is the main conductor of energy. And so the first thing that I started doing was, okay, let me analyze this. Why is it that like water makes me go to the restroom a lot, right? And so it feels like I drink water and I'm using the restroom a lot. That could be one of the reasons why, right? It wasn't one of mine. Why I didn't want to drink water, right? And then I figured, okay, well, my body's not holding the water because I'm missing minerals, So then it's like, okay, let me take the minerals so that they can actually absorb the water and I don't have to use the restroom a lot, right? And then I started listening to how the water that you take, it's based on your weight and in your height, but also it's kind of like a flushing mechanism, right?
Cleansing.
It just like cleanses you out. And so now in the mornings, I make sure I drink like a full thing of water, even if it's just going to be a busy day or whatever. I already know I drank at least half of my amount that I needed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and my body feels so good. You know, like first thing in the morning, I just drink my water and then I eat my breakfast and so on and so forth. Right. But the first thing I do is like, let's flush all of this out, right?
Yeah.
From the day before. Let's start fresh.
Yeah.
So, and then I got like a cute little water flask.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was one way to start drinking water, you know?
Yeah. And it's also really the fact, like it's about cleansing, and it's also, as you're saying, feeling like a better energy level, and it's just what in this case, for example, it's just what I tell myself.
Right.
If I tell myself it's annoying, yes, then this is how it's gonna feel. Yeah, but hey, it's I could say, hey, I want a little bit of mint leaves in my water. I did that, for example, for a time because
or lemon.
Exactly.
Make it aesthetic.
Lemon and mint leaves, right? So it's to have just a little bit of flavor.
Right.
So and then it becomes a habit. It's automatically.
And not only that, then you start noticing the changes in your body. I started noticing that my face was plumper, like my skin was smoother, and I started feeling better, like I had less headaches. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
My body loves me. It loves water, right?
Yes. Yeah, and it also, that comes back to self-love as well, right? It's as you're saying, I mean, we're 70% of our body is water,
or more. I think more.
Yeah, really. Okay, so it's and I heard about the study you were talking about. I think it was Masimoto.
Yeah, something. Yeah,
right?
It's a Japanese doctor.
Yeah, Japanese study from Masimoto, and it's
amazing.
Amazing.
Right? It blew my mind.
Yeah, mine too. So, and they were also talking to the water. They're talking to the water, and then
I do talk to my water.
So saying like words of affirmation, blessing it, and then the crystals just formed differently.
Yeah. No, it's such a it's a totally different approach to drinking water, because if you think about it, we live in a country where we have fresh water, right? And other countries, they might not have fresh water. They have dead water, you know, when water is just stuck on a pond and it's all black and smells bad, it's dead, right? And so we have living water. We have water that is going to nurture our bodies.
Yes.
And it's going to hydrate it, because you need that. And we can go on and talking about it at the molecular level. We're not going to talk about that. It's biology, but it's very important to make sure that you're drinking your water, because it's the way that you transmit your energy to others.
True.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. And it's I love the word nurturing.
Yeah.
So it's always important to ask yourself, what do I need right now? How can I nurture myself in all areas of life? So how can I nurture myself emotionally? How can I nurture myself physically? My nutrition. So what feels good to my body? And that all makes the relationship to yourself better and better, like really nurturing ourselves with our thoughts, with our self-talk, with the body, taking care of the body, moving, and all in all makes a really nice impact.
It adds on.
And
don't let it be like a a chore, or like don't let it feel unknowing. Like if you want to start drinking water, start asking yourself the affirmation, and then you'll see how your subconscious mind will ultimately start asking you for water. Like the body will start asking you for water. And just start, if you drink, I don't know, if you drink 1 cup a day, just add another one, or add half of another one. Add a little bit more each day, each time, and make it enjoyable. Be aware that when you're holding the water, you're blessed, that you have clean water, that you live in an area where you have water available, right? Because sometimes we take that for granted.
True.
And there's so many other things that could go into the water subject, where like make sure it's the right water and so on and so forth, but let's just not go there for now. Let's just focus on implementing that habit. How can you make it enjoyable? How can you make it pretty? How can you make it attractive? And how can you start slow? Because that's the most important thing. You don't want to don't frustrate your mind with, oh my gosh, now I gotta drink a whole thing of water. What am I gonna do? Because that's going to create resistance. Start slow with the affirmation, then just start drinking a little bit more water than usual, that you normally would if you're not drinking plenty of water. And just go from there, just slowly start and let that program sit in you, and just watch how your body's going to thank you, and it's going to give you back what you're demanding from it.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, hope you enjoyed this little episode. Salud. Now go drink your water. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.